Hello everyone, Maiden Roku here. So I decided to introduce one of my other characters. I already introduced Roku Kano and Chloe Storm. This is Chloe's twin sister Ava. As you can tell, she's a lot different than her sister. She's also the vice president of the Lost MC. Now, Ava's house is a little different than the rest of everybody's house. Her house actually has this interesting interior. Of course, I have a few different outfits for her. But yeah, her house is pretty simple. This is one of the shells. Well, this is the best shell that I like. She also owns the other three. Well, if you look on the map, there's 3 other houses. Those are actually the barn. So each of her barns have a storage where she lives in the house. Now, if I'm right, yeah, going to have to go. I know what car I want to take for her. I'm taking the Durango. So, like I said with Chloe, they decided to move here because they didn't want to stay where they were living. Of course, Chloe went for a more normal life where Ava decided to be the second in charge of the MC. Ava, I guess I could say it like Ava is a very hostile girl. I mean, I had to turn down her story a little bit because her story's kind of gruesome. But her story is very hostile. She's not one to mess with. She is probably one of my characters that actually have weapons on the server. I'm gonna get her a rock riler. Just fits her better. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if I want to make this video short or add more characters. I'm sure you guys heard me talk about the zombie server that I like to play. Cabin M16. Well, they just released their server again and brought back a V menu. And oh my god, all the freaking factions and people that have been on the last 3 days has been amazing. Stop playing that other zombie server. I don't know, I just can't get into their server. It's too OP and way too PvP. I'm not a PvP person. I'm the kind of person that I will fight back if I have to, but I don't play games like Call of Duty. I don't play games. I like more like the environment against player type thing. But anyways, back to Ava's story. But so Ava decided that her and Chleo were going to stick together for a while, and then Ava ended up being like, okay, well, your lifestyle is boring, I'm gonna go do something fun. And of course her fun is doing gang related stuff, or well, MC related stuff. The loss is knowing for their weapons. Don't even know. It might actually be the van. Yes, it is. Okay, so we got called up doggy out. Yeah, excuse me. I've been trying to get rid of a cold, and it is not going away. We're running a Rocky. I just think this kind of dog fits her better. I don't know if we're going to keep this pet script. I'm waiting for like another developer to make theirs, and then probably going to get that one. But anyways, and let's see how Rocky sits in the car. Oh, Rocky actually sits good in the car. Okay, awesome. Well, we gotta be some errands, Rocky. And no, I do not have the harness, so that's one of the errands that I'll be going for. See, how Rocky is sitting in the car is how dogs are opposed to sitting in the car. So I don't know what's wrong with Chloe's dog. Of course, Chloe, like if you remember in Chloe's video, she lives at the lighthouse. So it does not have our picture on yet because that's still a work in progress, but this will be the Lost MC's place. So once they're ready and all, like once the logo's up, it will say the lost MC. But Ava, not only is she the vice president of the Lost, but she's also a bartender and works in there. We will stop at that place then. Because I really want to get over this on this. Now what's cool is Mr. Rockies actually stays in there. Oof, door is dirty. Hey dude. Need a racing harness. I think it's kind of funny. The dog is like still. Let me see what happens if I actually look in. Ooh, that's a close up to doggy. I just barely see him. But he's just chilling back there. Now, the question is, okay, so far. But with like Ava, there's not much to say. Like, I mean, she's pretty much what you call a criminal and does everything against the books and law and all that stuff. She is a complete opposite of her sister. I wonder if there's any gas at this gas station. This gas station is owned by somebody, but well, I guess I'm buying some gas. But yeah, so even originally Ava was like, I had this whole story wrote for her, but that has now changed to what it is. She's just not a people person. And dang, really? Hold on. Okay, let's see what $50 get to. That is too. Well, that's not cool. Well, I guess it's a good thing that my code does not need this. But, anyways, Ava's job doesn't really kick in until like it tries like more gangs and stuff were put on the server. What's cool is we figured that thanks to my friend from that zombie from the zombie server, we may actually know how to add on clothing now. So if we can get it down right, we're gonna have so much clothing, and then the gangs can actually have their own clothes, which would be nice. But yeah, this one actually might be really short because I haven't really been playing with Ava, so I haven't really built up her character yet for this server. Oh yeah, I have to remember that there's a pet in my car. Oh my god, he actually appeared on the side. Okay, Chop. Well, I know it's Chop, but... Okay, Rick. Okay, I'm too far. So... Oh, I wanted to show you guys that clubhouse. We'll leave the dog. And I forgot that I wanted to show the dog house, the clubhouse. So we're still kind of setting up the lost stuff. Every time we try to work on one thing, people bombard us with other stuff. So trying to work on right now the server, the criminals kind of overtaking it because there's no cops. Even though we have like anyone could be a cop, join the Discord. There is 2 cops, but they're never on. Which I mean is they're lost anyways. Because they would actually be rich if they were on. But, the Wash controls, like, the weapons in the server. Like, you can either go and buy weapons, or you can craft them. Sadly, the crafting is not set up, but it will be run by the MCs. It's just if that MC is willing to let you use their stuff. But as I was saying, like for Ava, she's with the gang, and she also bartends. Hold on, let me see if I can actually park this with a... Oh, I can park it here. Awesome. Yeah, I know her vehicle's dirty, but so what? So this is basically the Lost MC's hideout. As you can tell, like I said, she's a bartender, so she has this awesome whole bar to herself. And eventually, the Lost MC will also be doing mechanic stuff too. They have like a fully working mechanic garage. There's some other stuff, but that door is more for Lost members than anything. But yeah, so this is basically the Lost once it's up and running. Of course, there is an outside door. And then there's also this awesome hangout area. The Lost also has their own gas pump. But there's not, like I said, there's not really much to tell you about Ava. I had to change her story from what it originally was. Because the person that she was after on an old server, he decided that he wasn't going to come with us, so yeah. Ava usually sticks to herself. She will get into trouble if she has to. She will rob places if she has to. I guess, like, the downright thing is she's just not a good person. She's somebody that you wouldn't want to meet in the dark alley because you're either going to end up robbed or worse. Like her sister, she's not a people person. And if the camera system worked, like I used to have her entire property on lockdown. And like that's what's really cool, like something that we're doing. So you've seen the inside of her house. Well, each of these buildings up here have it inside too. Of course, they're nothing really fancy because they're mostly starish. And we don't have that many shells, but as you can tell, I think this is the first burn. And then we go over here. This is the second barn. As I said, you probably wouldn't find these shells, but we don't have that many shells. Believe it or not, some of the shells that creators do are expensive. Do we plan on getting more shells for these houses and stuff? Yeah. It's just, you know, money is tight. But as you can tell, each building actually has their own storage. And each building has their own thing. And then there's 2 parking areas, which is nice because if I don't want to drive up that other lane, I could just go up here and drive up here. And of course, all my cars still show. So this is pretty much Ava's house. And I hate to say it, but this is pretty much Ava's video. Until I actually get to RP with her, there's really nothing much about her story. Just a little background that her and Chleo were tired of living with their parents and needed a new place, and Chleo wanted to live the normal life where Ava wanted to not live the normal life. So yeah, that's pretty much it on that. I'm sorry this video is so short, but there's really not much to say about Ava. But once I actually get to RP as her, she's gonna have a story. But anyways, until then, I guess I will talk to you guys some other time. I have Scout, Luna, and Nico yet to do stories for, but I will get to them another day. I'm gonna go have fun and play a zombie server. So I'll see you guys later. And remember, hit those buttons. Later.